Everyone, I'm going to introduce you to Damon. He has a niche business in real estate, multifamily, but niche. But, he has a background. I'll let him share his background and what he's doing now. So Damon, kind of like explain where you came from to what you do now.
Yeah. Thanks, Roger. My name's Damian Lynch. I am the Director of Acquisitions for a boutique real estate investment company based in Orange County, California. I grew up in Colorado and moved out to the West Coast right after college, and I've been doing real estate now for a little over 10 years. And you're right, it is a niche real estate business. We kind of fly under the radar of some of the big companies out there. We find smaller buildings, 8 to 16, sometimes 32 units, but we try and have a more robust approach where we syndicate these investments out to accredited investors all over the country. So it allows people to enter some of the profits and safety of real estate without having to take down something huge. And we've been doing it for 10, 11 years now, and we've just sold 4 buildings this week, and we're in acquisition on 3 others. So it's very, very exciting, very dynamic, and it allows me to help a lot of people. So yeah, that's who I am.
Awesome, Damien. So I guess getting back to your, kind of the specialization. Who can you help there? Obviously passive investors, but what, kind of go into who can you help and who would you like to connect? What's your
So
niche? Like, kind of go a little bit more into that, I guess.
say that again. I'm sorry.
So going to your niche a little bit more, and also obviously who can you help and who should connect to you?
Sure. So our niche is any investment is risk, has some risk, but we try and find safe investments. And in that, we're operating in Los Angeles, Orange County only, so second largest MSA in the country. It helps eliminate some of the timing aspect that you find with a lot of real estate investments. And the niche is smaller properties. So we're not taking some of the industrial size buildings that you would find REITs going after, 200, 300 unit multifamily properties. We're operating under that radar, but still trying to bring the robustness of that kind of underwriting and that kind of business plan to these smaller units. So that's the niche, and mainly connecting with you and being on social media is to expand business, of course. And I think we're mainly looking for investors looking for relatively safe places to put money. I don't remember how many millionaires are out there because of real estate. I see different numbers fly out there all the time, but it's one of the main ways people gain wealth and protect their wealth. So I can help people get their money working in a space without having to take down the whole project. So that's real estate syndication. My company takes down the investment, and then we syndicate it out to different investors who are looking to get a piece of the action without having to do the work of rehabilitation, dealing with tenants, having to deal with leases, or some of the tougher things when someone trashes a unit. So that's where I can help. And whether investors invest with me or not, I can definitely help people who are interested in learning more about real estate. Connecting with me, I'll help you understand about how important passive income is and cash flow, what the benefits of leverage are, appreciation, both appreciation just from the natural market and appreciation that you can do with your properties by maintaining them, by improving them. So I think those are the ways that I can help people out.
Awesome. Well, let's get into, what inspires you to get up and do what you do every day. Now, you were a former engineer. You didn't get into that, but, we talked about it. You're a former engineer. Now you're in real estate. So
Yeah.
you had a passion for technology, but now you're doing this. So what drives you now? Like what inspires you to do what you do?
Yeah, that's right. I started out, my career started out in the semiconductor industry years ago, working internationally for a French Italian company and then for a Korean company. And you know, when you ask what gets me up in the morning, that's kind of a tough one, because and it causes me to be a little bit self-reflective, because I I don't need anything to get up. I wake up happy. I wake up ready to explore the world. Maybe this just comes from a natural curiosity about what the day has in store. I just have that love for learning. But um, I had this teacher in college. He was a great teacher, and one of the things that bits of wisdom he imparted on me is um, to make a difference in the world. And that's kind of held with me. And whether that's through business, helping investors achieve their stability and their success, whether it's improving the communities that I help. When I take an apartment building down, it's really taking on a community and taking on a neighborhood and trying to improve that and help those lives get better, kicking out the cockroaches, for example, because some of the buildings we take down are kind of rough. Or personally, through coaching soccer for my kids, or running a weekly game for the kids in the neighborhood. I think that's the thing that motivates me and gets me out of bed, is really trying to make a difference, leave this world better than I found it, even if it's in some small way on a daily basis.
That's great. That's great to hear. Yeah, that's a great inspiration indeed. All right, so you had a great career in technology, and now
Yeah, it was fun.
yeah, and having a great obviously career or business in real estate. So what's the one tip you can share through all these journeys you've learned that has helped you, that can help others?
Well, personal or business, I'll go personal, because I think it
Sure.
helps with business. um, I find it's really critical to separate yourself from your stress.
Mhm.
And whether someone can find a way to do it cognitively, or whether you use yoga, meditation, exercise, um, being able to separate yourself from the issue, because an issue is just an issue, a problem is just a problem, but it's our minds that decide whether it's a good or a bad problem, a good or a bad issue. This was a bad day because this happened. Well, no, it was just the day.
Right.
And I think stress is one of those things that really needs to be worked on, because it crushes us from the inside. It impedes our focus.
Mhm.
You've got a deadline. You can't make up more time. The work is either going to get done or it's not going to get done. And sitting there stressing about it, all that does is kill you from the inside. Um, I like that quote from Dune, because the movie just came out. Like, fear is the mind killer. For me, well, I think that's stress. And as a dad, as a parent, I think the tendency is often for people to take care of others first, and we often forget that the thing that they tell us on the airplanes. You got to put your own mask on first.
Mhm.
If you want to help anybody else, we got to take care of ourselves, and that will give us the ability to take care of others. So for me, the way I separate myself from stress is through exercise, running, and making sure that I get my exercise in daily, good nutrition, sleep, all of that. But being able to disconnect in my head the challenges and the stress of the day. um, I think that's a critical thing for people to focus on and be able to do, so that you can be productive and achieve the goals that you want to achieve.
Awesome. That's a great tip indeed. Yeah. I mean, excellent point about a thing is a thing. It's what you make out of it is the issue. Awesome. Well, I'll be posting all the links for Damian. So if you want to reach out to him, please reach out to him. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll post those links there. On LinkedIn, I'll tag him with all the links. So please reach out to him. He's a great guy to talk to. And see if you guys want to do business or learn from him. So thanks
Great.
for taking the time.
Thanks, Roger. Appreciate you connecting with me.